All right, Herman's going to keep 6. Put 1 card on the bottom, it looks like.
Swap.
All right, turn 1 Thoughtseize. Let's see what Herman's holding here. Herman has a Thoughtseize of his own. Lotus Petal, Entomb, Reanimate. Double Polluted Delta. Going for Reanimate. Okay. There's an argument to go after Entomb there, but we don't know what Cat Party's up to. Polluted Delta getting cracked, and it's likely Herman will fire off a Thoughtseize. Okay, so Chains of Mephistopheles looks like Toxic Deluge. That would look like a Cling to Dust, Blood Chief's Thirst, and Takanuma. So Cling to Dust was discarded. Lotus Petal gets played by Herman, and likely going to try and Entomb. Here's Chains of Mephistopheles. Unlikely to matter too much.
Unlikely to be casting things from the past. I'll pass.
Yeah.
All right, there's Dorothy Voidwalker. Could make for some interesting plays later on. As the Void pile grows, Herman's Voidwalker will become more and more powerful.
You're good, man. I'm tired.
We will be on the edges of our seats. So holding a Toxic Deluge, Blood Chief's Thirst, Takanuma of the Veil or whatever, and an unknown card.
Yes, let's see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna thirst that.
Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst will remove the Voidwalker. Blood Chief's Thirst correctly placed into the graveyard.
I can float them. That just stops the count.
Yeah, Chains of Mephistopheles plus Bowmaster. Kind of interesting. But if you've been watching our channel recently, you've seen that Cat Party and Derek have been catching people with Chains of Mephistopheles pretty nicely recently. All right, Liliana, the Last Hope, is discarded with Grief. And the last card in Herman's hand is an Entomb.
Gotcha. I'll draw?
Yep.
That was a Liliana, the Last Hope. It was. I believe so. Am I right? Either way, it's dead. All right, so Toxic Deluge gets fired off here. We're going to pay some life, kill that Grief, and now the board is clear, but also clear is Cat Party's hand, so we'll see how this goes. All right, just playing some lands, and Entomb is available.
Settle in. Settle in. Well, that's a good one.
Ooh, Shieldred, Lord of Light, or whatever. All right, Bowmaster gets flashed in.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Walloped is here. Kiviuk is here. Says, yo, Chris, Backstreet Benucci. Wow. Wow.
Combat, swing for 2.
All right, Shieldred's Edict knocks out Shieldred, and then an attack with Orc Army and Bowmaster. Another Shieldred. Okay. This is getting interesting.
That's really good.
There's Dorothy Voidwalker.
Yep.
Yeah, Shieldred's Edict killed a Shieldred, which is what a flavor fail, right?
No, I made a mistake.
With the Haywire Might mana?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is really big.
Shieldred attacking, Orc Army gonna chump.
It's the mountain for way too long.
Draw?
Yep. 10.
The Shieldred is quite a clock. Dorothy Voidwalker has nothing in its void zone at the moment. Thoughtseize, okay. Ear Boone, they give it the sub with Prime. 2 months. Appreciate that. All right, a Troll of Khazad-dûm getting swamp cycled in response to Thoughtseize. Well, Stealthy Voidwalker can now sack to make a Troll of Khazad-dûm, which is something.
Okay. All that.
Raucous Theater, Surveil Land. Tomb also is exiled with a void counter now, but Shieldred, I mean, with Cat Party at 8 life is a significant threat. Is Cat Party going to make a troll? Tough call. The math doesn't really work out great.
End of turn.
Troll of Khazad-dûm would likely have to hold back unless we are gonna. Yeah, tough call. Right, attack with the Bowmaster, second the Voidwalker, making a control. I think you had to do that no matter what if you're in Cat Party's seat. Question is what happens now. All right, Shieldred's gonna trigger, put Herman back up 2 life, and Herman doesn't really even necessarily need to attack.
Yeah.
So Troll is stuck on defense, it seems, for now. This is ground floor in Manhattan, this shot Bifrost game, so there will be some sounds of the city. Stealthy Voidwalker now for Herman after a Bowmaster is surveilled into the graveyard. Down to 6 is Cat Party now with a Shieldred trigger. Entomb is exiled with a Void counter on it, but Voidwalker is gone. Troll of Khazad-dûm can attack, won't be able to be blocked, but I mean, kind of needed that defense. What is Cat Party holding in hand? I mean, if Herman drew a removal spell, the game ends, potentially.
Coding. Upkeep.
Just going to attack with Voidwalker.
Okay. Mountains. There we go. Go to 3. Fucking 20 cards in. Pass turn.
Should Herman have attack with Voidwalker there? I'm not sure. I mean, with Shieldred. Another Bowmaster is scary. And it looks like Herman was correct not to attack with Shieldred. Cat Party down to 1. Now a Bowmaster for Herman. All right, that ends the game. GG's. Going to game 2. They're quite different. They play a little bit differently. Cat Party with more of a control game plan. Herman more of a mid-rangey. I mean, it's called the deck fair is a little bit of a stretch, but it's fair-ish. 2024 Legacy, I guess. Basic Swamp Pass, not an explosive start for Cat Party. We've seen Cat Party get turn 1 3 drops a few times on 90s MTG, but not this time. He's a Basic Swamp, passes the turn. Both players with some throwback swamps.
End your turn. Masters.
Name blue.
Bowmaster.
Bowmaster is good. So ping me,
Power Blast the Grindstone.
and then I'll respond.
Yes.
I'll Bowmaster your Bowmaster.
Okay. My end stuff?
Yes.
Okay, yep. You? Okay.
Marble.
Sure.
Drawing.
I'll ping back.
Hanging my Bowmasters.
Yes. Then I'll pass.
All right, Bowmaster your Bowmaster. In response to your brainstorm, I'll brainstorm. I'll force a will your force a will. This format sucks, chat.
Upkeep. Draw.
Combat.
I'll stop. All right, attacking for 1. It gets through. No blocks. All right, a Bowmaster gets flashed in. Kills the Bowmaster. And the Orc Army gets in for 2.
Sorry, can I put there instead?
Sure.
Is that all right?
That's fine. That's fine.
I got him. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's like the old Deathrite Shaman games where you competed to eat graveyards. Which... I don't know. We were talking about pre-war and pre-Innistrad Legacy earlier. I'm not going to go through the whole same run of jokes again, but yeah. Is that a Gamorrean Guard? It is, from the Jabba's Palace set, and it's a bulk common.
Okay.
The Jabba's Palace set was underwhelming, you know, on a power level. There was only like 3 cards in that set that were worth putting in your deck.
Yep.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right, Fable and the Mirror Breaker comes in. We're going to make a Goblin Shaman. There it is. Very nice.
See, there's a sign on.
Yes. Draw. I'll go for it. I will animate the equal.
I'll pass.
Some people are unironically hoping for Deathrite Shaman back. I recommend checking out the Timeless format on Arena if you want to jam some Deathrite Shaman and forgot how annoying that card is by any chance. And you need to be reminded.
That's 10. Alright.
Goblin Welder.
Game.
Call me well. Take 1. Yes. Combat, swing for 3. Big tweet. I'll pass.
Combat.
Yep.
Delusional Crowd hoping for Elves to get an upgrade with a new version of Deathrite Shaman. You know what, Delusional Crowd? I would be for that, but you've switched over to playing Storm, and now I don't give a crap what happens to Elves. So, whatever. All right, blocking the 2/2 Gamorrean Guard Orc Army with this 2/2 Goblin Shaman. So tokens, fighting tokens, but is that another Bowmaster? Oh my goodness, unreal. How many Bowmasters are in Cat Party's deck, for crying out loud?
And a face.
RBS says, can't we just agree that Astrolabe needs to be unbanned? I accept.
Yes.
Animate dead into the graveyard with Surveil off the Raucous Theater. Double Bowmaster, 3/3 Orc Army on Cat Party's side of the board. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, gonna flip next turn into Reflections of Kiki Jiki. Dark Ritual, uh-oh.
Harvester of Misery.
Oh! All right, fireworks, everybody. Here's Haunter of Misery. Harvester of Misery.
So ATBs, it gives everything minus 2. Everything else minus 2.
2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
All right, MTG bot can't figure this out. Trying to get the text up on the screen.
4 minutes.
So you basically need to have, even if you have Painter in hand, so you basically need forces.
All right, I guess we can't get the text up on the screen. Harvester of Misery, folks. 3/3 Orc Army on Cat Party's side. The Reflections of Kiki Jiki plus Harvester of Misery is kind of nasty. Let's see how this goes. We know Cat Party plays a whole spread of removal spells of various kinds. There are rumors that Dark Banishing may be a one of in the deck. I don't know. That's what I heard. There's a rumor. All right, Children's Edict will remove the Harvester of Misery. Thank you, Death, for getting the text for us. Appreciate that. Reflections of Kiki Jiki.
Just flip it upside down so it goes. I'm gonna flip it upside down so it's so much sick. Good into. Sure.
All right, Herman is going to Intune. What are we looking for? I mean, Reflections of Kiki Jiki on the board. I don't know if Herman has Atraxa post sideboard. Ooh, Canoptic Scarab Swarm is an interesting one. Okay. Entombing a Scarab Swarm. I'm into it. Scarab Swarm and Reflections of Kiki Jiki is kind of funny. Alright, sacking Lotus Petal. Reanimate, targeting Scarab Swarm.
Extirpate.
Okay, extirpate in response, targeting the Scarab Swarm, it looks like. Wasteland, the last card in Herman's hand, and I don't know if we're going to find other copies of Scarab Swarm, but we're going to look anyway. Which makes sense, familiarize with the deck. Getting a little bit of a glimpse at Herman's list here. Herman's list, I think, is posted in our Discord server, at least a recent version, in the Decklist channel for anyone interested. And Cat Party's list is also posted there. Thank you to both of these players for posting their lists. All right, drops the Wasteland and then passes the turn. Hellbent now, but Reflections of Kiki Jiki will be available next turn, which is interesting. 3/3 Orc Army will continue chipping away, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go count that. Okay. For 3. Yep.
3 in hand.
All right, Orc Army gets in there. Down to 9.
Thank you.
Table.
Thirst.
Blood Chief's Thirst takes out Reflections of Kiki Jiki.
Oh, it counts as 3 mana? Okay, then I will do something else.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So Blood Chief's Thirst can only hit mana value 2 or less. So a little bit of a take back here. Forgot that Reflections of Kiki Jiki has mana value 3.
Kick it.
But it will actually.
Proven T, thank you for the sub with Prime 7 months. Appreciate that. 8 away from our sub goal. All right, so Blood Chief's Thirst takes out the Reflections of Kiki Jiki after all. Kicker ability.
They're in grid.
Combat? Strike for 3.
Play Bowmaster?
Sure.
I think this is the 12th Bowmaster that has been cast in this game. All right, so pinging New York Army now. And can double block to kill it. If Cat Party has a Bowmaster... All right. I was going to say, if Cat Party has a Bowmaster, we might have to end the stream. I don't know if Twitch chat can handle that. Shieldred comes in, so now Shieldred on Cat Party's side. And a scoop. We'll go into game 3.
May I? No, thank you.
All right, a multi-5 for Cat Party. Herman on the play. Thoughtseize. Let's see. Voidwalker, Shieldred's Edict, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, Swamp.
Gasoline, you know. Your Karn board's kind of, it's like Coding, Bridge, Might, Combo, Encrypt.
I think Delphi would work.
I was considering this.
Put 18 and
So
now
I was like a big Leyline of the Void stand. I'm trying to
All right, Thoughtseize knocks out the Voidwalker. Let's see what Thoughtseize from Cat Party finds now.
if they know you have Leyline, they're cutting a lot of their animate.
Double Animate Dead, Dark Ritual, Wasteland, Bloodstained Mire.
They know, you know that they're cutting your package. Then like they'll bring in the reanimate stuff because I'm like not bringing Leylines. I mean, so it becomes a mind game. So I think that just has way more utility overall.
I like this.
Yeah. And then at the exhume, I get my flyer back.
All right, just taking an Animate Dead, that makes sense. Asking the turn. Herman, trying to fetch here. There's a Delphi Voidwalker in Cat Party's graveyard that can now be animated.
That's it.
So a 2/2 Voidwalker for Herman.
Yeah, no. You can find this.
This is brand new. There's no. Didn't.
We know Cat Party has a Dark Ritual and a Shieldred's Edict, 2 unknown cards. Doesn't look like he has a land drop though.
I guess this one's more combo-centric, less aggro. It's really dope. I think it'd be really cool with Emery. So you float the mana off Saga, get that, equip it to an Emery.
All right, a Blood Chief's Thirst is fired off, and Voidwalker down. Back into its owner's graveyard. Ooh, and a Wasteland. All right, so it knocks out Badlands.
And I don't know yet, but the wards.
Not too bad. This is going to be a close game, I could tell already. Polluted Delta.
The deck that played the ball, they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
In the early game.
All right, some board development, I guess. Making land drops. There's Ruckus Theater. Herman's going to Surveil. Herman's hand is Wasteland, Dark Ritual, and an unknown card.
Collections. I don't know if it's good for just Emery, but it might be worth it. But you could even just get an immediate construct. I did that last game. You get to swing with the construct that made off the third chapter for 6.
Oh.
You're the first person to challenge check me in a lot. So congratulations.
Thanks for letting me look. I appreciate it. I love the deck.
Wasteland pass.
Start to pay. Start to pay. I start to pay cards in 2005.
Oh my god.
Opposition agent getting flashed in. I don't know if Cat Party cares about that too much.
We're not FOMO.
It's obviously a 3-power creature that'll need to be dealt with. So we'll see if the Shieldred's Edict gets fired off. I mean, as more creatures find their way to the battlefield, Shieldred's Edict gets worse and worse, I guess. So let's see.
The number of cards in circulation. I just love the gameplay so much. And actually, my buddy, so I used to play Hogak. That was like my first Legacy deck, my only Legacy deck. It got power crept.
Cat Party does have Planeswalkers in the deck, so it might make sense to Shieldred's Edict here in case we draw a Planeswalker.
So I always wanted to play Painter, but I couldn't afford this.
Ooh, Dark Ritual, okay. Shieldred's Edict, okay, so 1 mana floating.
With the 2 floating, it's like more or less the shell of like a Death and Taxes.
And a Bowmaster, okay. Okay. Interesting.
Ingenious Smith. It's like a lot of them. It's really
I
active.
was talking about that early today with the
Yeah.
other guy.
It's really fun, but this one's just way more. They're both competitive, but just like having soul lands.
Okay, Unlicensed Hearst is a great card in the current format, that's for sure. Now it's on the battlefield for Cat Party, and that will maintain some control over what happens in Herman's graveyard and Cat Party's graveyard as well. All right, so Voidwalker hits the battlefield for Herman, and now Hearst getting activated.
I love chaining lands. That gets me off. Are you in the Painter Discord?
All right, cleaning out Opposition Agent and a land makes sense. Move some reanimation targets, remove some food for Canoptic Scarab Swarm. I dig it. An attack for 2 here. Doth Voidwalker has Shadow.
Basically, instead of Karn, it's your deck. But instead of Karn, you run Patchwork Automaton. So you kind of have like 2 axes. You know Patchwork?
I don't from I stopped to play.
End your turn.
I mean, I stopped to collect with
Exile 2 lands.
mirror.
Tap those 2, I guess. Okay. So
All right. Gobbling up the food for Canoptic Scarab Swarm. Unlicensed Hearse has now removed 4 cards. It's a little bit of a race right now between Voidwalker, the Orc Army, and Bowmaster, but the Unlicensed Hearse could eventually get crewed and attack, and sometimes games can come down to crewing a giant hearse and attacking for 1,000,000 damage.
like Karn is awesome. So I go back.
So we'll see how this plays out. Herman's had that Dark Ritual stuck in hand for a while. Hasn't really looked exciting. 2 unknown cards in hand for both players.
Oh, let me, yeah, I got you. Yeah. It's an awesome community. Your turn. And what was it? Exile. Yeah, there's 2. 6.
Herman's graveyard almost completely cleaned out by the hearse. After that's done, Cat Party will just gobble up his own graveyard as well. So the hearse doing its job here in game 3, but it's tricky to crew the hearse too, because if the hearse gets hit by removal, it can potentially be losing an important member of the team. But given the current life totals, it might be worth it to crew the hearse and try to swing for lethal. Let's see what Cat Party decides to do. Alright, Dark Ritual for Herman. Scary.
What was your name again?
Shouldered the Apocalypse. That changes the math quite a bit. Alright, and the pedal for Herman. Shieldred's Edict. Alright, so it's either going to be the Voidwalker or the Shieldred. Voidwalker will be the choice, that makes sense. Then Unlicensed Hearse will gobble some stuff up.
Activate Hearse. Exile 2. Attack with the H and
Yeah, so Unlicensed Hearse would be an 8/8 right now if it gets crewed. Shieldred will trigger on draw step. Cat Party down to 10. Shieldred the Apocalypse is no joke. It has Death Touch, so it's a great blocker for the hearse as of right now. It's really hard to say who's going to win this game at this point. All right, so we're crewing the hearse and attacking with the hearse. It's an 8/8. Shieldred's going to throw itself in front. That's a trade. All right, Shieldred trades with the unlicensed hearse. Seems like both players are satisfied with that. It was a swing for lethal, so Shieldred had to block. All right, here's a Dark Ritual, and then Shieldred? Shieldred the Apocalypse. All right, so Shieldred switches sides. And this game may have just swung all the way over to the left. Cat Party quite a bit ahead, it seems. It's highly unlikely Herman's going to brainstorm right now for multiple reasons. We're looking for a way out of this. All right, Dark Ritual. We got a lot of mana. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Okay. I think if... What's the right play here? I don't think Shieldred should attack unless Troll of Khazad-dûm can be killed pre-combat.
Lily.
Not that.
Liliana Last Hope. Okay, that is something.
Well, yeah, not immediately. So what I do is I plus her. This becomes a 4/4.
Yep.
Turning the Troll of Khazad-dûm into a 4/4 is super relevant right now. I think you swing with everybody. Troll of Khazad-dûm has to chump.
What's that?
It is.
Yeah, and then you take the 2.
Yep.
And then I'll pass.
Looks like Herman's on the verge of being knocked out here, down to 1 life. Handshake and Liliana Last Hope downsizing the Troll of Khazad-dûm wins the game. That was an incredible match. GG's, well played. That mono black list is pretty sick. I agree.